Hello again, everybody. It's Takedown. Scott Casper with you. The news is out there, of course, that Steve Frazier, longtime Greco-Roman coach for USA Wrestling, has turned in his resignation to take yet another job within USA Wrestling. The talented Frazier has been in that position for a good number of years, leading the squad to a lot of success around the world. But now the job is open. Who best to take the spot? That's the question that we're asking. And the question has been answered by Matt Lindland so far. Joining us next would be a man who thinks he should be king, and that's Joe Warren. Joe, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me, Scott. I'm honored to be able to talk to you about the opportunity of this coaching position. You know, I didn't think I would get a chance to take over the reins of the Greco team from such a great man like Steve Frazier, the man that coached me to become a world champ. So I'm honored to be able to talk to you about this.
A little background on you, Greco-Roman wrestler for sure, but you won the 2006 Pan American and World Championship and was a favorite for the 2008 Olympic Games. You participated in and won the 2007 World Cup. Your stats as an athlete are outstanding. Now you mix in all that you've done since in coaching. Let's talk a little bit about that because this is going to be a very, very technical position when it comes to coaching. It's one thing to be hands on, but there are other parts that really matter, and those are the interpersonal relationships, the office building, and also the political components that make a great coach at the Olympic level. Talk about that.
Yes, the National Greco-Roman head coaching job is an extremely tough job. You know, I mean, there's only a few of us that are qualified to be able to step into that position. Meaning the experience, the credibility, the technique, everything that you talked about. You know, I believe I bring every single one of those aspects to the table, and passion and my work ethic and mindset. You know, it's just I'm a Greco-Roman based athlete and I'm kind of a product of the Olympic Training Center. I grew up here. I did all my winning. I did everything here, and I think the things that you really brought up that was well talked about earlier was this job is all over the place. It needs to be a good skilled athlete. You know, technically, I believe my technique is the best in the world. It's still working now. It didn't work 10 years ago. It's still working last month. I believe you have to have that interpersonal relationship, like you talked about, with the Army team, with international competition, and every coach in the nation. You know, we need to bring this organization back together so we can be on top again like it was when I left. I believe that we have the toughest team in the youth wrestlers in the world, and we just need to bring those guys together, get a little spark behind them. And I believe that's me. I'm the spark. The office work and everything like that. That's stuff that I can learn in the office. But the coaching and the mindset and what I can bring to this team, and the caring that comes with become Olympic athlete. I'm Joe Warren. I'm the baddest man on the planet, but I'm confident that I'm going to be this country's next Greco-Roman national teams coach. And you know what, USA Wrestling and I am looking for are young, tough wrestlers out there, the people that think they have what it takes to become the next U.S. world champ and Olympic champ. I mean, we're looking for the next baddest man on the planet, and I believe this country has so many of them to offer that I'm excited to get an opportunity to have you guys get a hold of USA Wrestling and turn in some applications and see if we can get another world championship team.
We're talking with Joe Warren, as not self-titled. Surely the industry has nicknamed you the baddest man on the planet. You've given your time on the mats in Greco-Roman and freestyle when at the University of Michigan, but going on into a tremendous career in Greco-Roman. You're already a Hall of Famer. You transitioned, I think, rather smoothly into mixed martial arts. And my follow-up, I suppose, is the most important question. You're still competing as part of an outstanding organization in Bellator, and that Bellator organization is holding on firmly to you. Will you be able to let that go should you get the job? Should Les Gutches sit you down and you go through the interview process and the committee, as he recommends, vets each and every one of you guys, and perhaps they interview you and you are offered the job. Would you be able to let that go and put aside the moniker of baddest man on the planet and try to be the
Yeah,
baddest coach on the planet?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's I use mixed martial arts as a job for me. You understand? I'm a family man. I have a beautiful wife and two children, and that's putting bread on the table and taking care of my family. I'm a competitor. I'm a winner also. I don't know what else to do but to win. And right now, after I got done with the being the baddest man on the planet is the Greco-Roman world champ, I went over into MMA and started winning, making money. And yes, it was another transition in my life. It was another step. I went from wrestling to MMA, and I was able to take another step like I did in college when I went to Greco. I was able to switch to a whole new sport and become the best in the world at it. Just like I did, I switched from Greco to MMA, and I became the best in the world at that also. Now I get an opportunity now in 2 or 3 months to fight for another world championship. And then at that point, I could hang up the gloves and give and devote my whole life to winning some world championships for this country and Olympic championships. It's just another step in my life. I don't think I would do this for any other job, any other coaching job. This is something that's personal, close to my heart. I live in town. I understand this organization better than any other organization. I believe I'm the most qualified for it. So I just believe that it'll be the next step. It'll be a transition. I'll be able to go back into doing something I love so very much, wrestling. And I believe I have so much to give back to this organization that I've been brought up with USA Wrestling, the technique, the mindset, the interpersonal relationships, these things that I can give back and take these guys, these young champs that we have, and become Olympic champs. And I think that's why I'm excited about this opportunity to leave MMA where it is and move back into wrestling. I believe that Joe Warren needs to be involved in wrestling as much as possible, but I still have one thing in mind. I still have to win another world championship belt in April or May, and then we can close up shop. But no, I mean, Bellator and I, we work hand to hand. They love wrestling. They're friends with us. They're friends with Ravanac and Blue 04. So yeah, they're on the best. They're always on. Have my best interest for me, and this is a huge opportunity for me to be able to take a step, be able to help this country out. So I think this organization is smart enough to understand that I am the best person for this job. So hopefully, if I can get through to a bunch of the young guys out there and talk to them, then we can get this team back that I left.
And I just throw this out there, and the process has to go through Les Gutches. You've started that process, I understand, with phone calls. Have you had meetings? Have you turned in your resume? Have you turned in your job application, as it were?
Yep, that's I met with the whole, just like you said, Les and the whole national gover body. And right now I'm meeting with you. I leave tomorrow for Scott Jorgensen's wedding, and then next week everything will be in, all my resumes, all my cover letters, things like that. And then what we'll do is they're not going to rush this process. This is going to be a process. Going to take a little time. They're going to make sure they get the right person. I told them they have the right person. The process could be real fast. It could be real easy for them, but they're smart people. They want to, interview every single one of us. So it'll be a process in the next few months where we figure out the best way to get this Greco program back on its feet.
Well, Mamar Petkovic is assistant coach. What would you say if the opportunity came for a split? If we had two coaches, and the reason I say this is, there are six weight classes that are recognized by the Olympic Committee at this point. Hopefully, we'll get two back, one or two back, and that would be great. Going back up to seven or even eight, God, oh man,
Yeah,
that would
it'd
be
be
awesome.
nice.
But let's say we're at six and we split it 3-3. We have two coaches working side by side. Could you imagine that situation where we have two coaches that are working at with three weights on the bottom, three weights on top?
Yeah, I believe that the teams are pretty much like that anyways, with the head coach and the assistant coach and the national team coach. It's still kind of an organization of, you have three or four coaches and they all care for you, and you're able to be your backbone so you can get out there and compete and win. But yeah, I mean, I'm open to anything that the organization has in mind right now to bring back the luster of the Greco-Roman. To when we put a Greco-Roman athlete on the mat, people were scared scared to wrestle the American Greco-Roman man because they never knew what was going to happen. And I believe that's just a little bit of spark back in these young kids again. We can have that kind of intensity back. But yeah, let's see. I know there's a few jobs open here. I'm worried about one job. I'm worried about the head coaching job. I believe I would be a perfect tool to put in there to be able to transition between this next phase of Steve Frazier's dynasty to maybe a Joe Warren dynasty. We both were I've been following Steve Frazier for years, man. We went to Michigan. I both went to Michigan. I followed him at the Olympic Training Center. I won for him. Now I get an opportunity to maybe take over the legacy. I'm pretty excited about it. But I'm not really sure about the two coaches. I know there's a resident coach and a developmental coach job probably going to be coming up here too. So there'll be a lot of new faces in there, I think.
I think you're right. We're talking with Joe Warren. You can hear his phone in the background going off. He's a very busy man. He's agreed to give us time to discuss the potential for his addition to the staff or becoming a part of the team, if you will, of USA Wrestling. And I think it's a very real opportunity. How do you see yourself working with the Army, the Marine Corps, especially the Army and their elite athlete programs? Coach Sean Lewis there has done a great job, but seemingly that has become our U.S. effort, or at least a majority of it. What are your thoughts?
It's a disappointing thing that's happened in the last few years. When I was winning my world championships, when we won as a team, when the Greco-Roman team was at the top of its luster, the last maybe 5 years ago, we trained with the Army team every single day. The WCAP program was at the Olympic Training Center every day, and Sean Lewis was bringing his guys over there. We were teammates. We were putting the best guy in the country out there to win for us, and that's how we won. We brought that family attitude, and we win for not just me, but for my coaches, for my team, and we were getting that done. And I have an unbelievable relationship with Sean Lewis, the Army coach Sean Lewis, the Air Force coach, all the armed forces, all of the national coaches in the country, I work very well with, see eye to eye. And, they're all very smart people and excited for a little bit of a change and a little bit of, the body attack series that I bring to the table. Also, I have a whole new training schedule. I work with exercise physiologists a lot now. I'm 37 years old, but I'm fighting like an 18-year-old because of the position I put myself in, not overtraining myself, making sure I'm at the right weight, making sure that every practice is physically the best practice for myself. I've learned over the years here coaching now that it's hard to coach a team when you're coaching a team of 10 guys all together as one guy. You need to coach each person individually. Everyone's different. And these are things you find out with heart rate monitoring and just being smart. We have so much facilities that were not being used at the Olympic Training Center, Sports Science, Sports Med, these organizations that can help us, that did help us before. I'm excited to maybe, just merge everyone back together again. The transition period that coaches have a hard time with would not happen with me transitioning into there. I live in town. I know the inner workings of the Olympic Training Center, the WCAT, and the rest of the country. So it's a comfortable situation for me, and those are great friends of mine, and I think we would work very well together.
Joe, let's put a cap on this if we can. Pretend, if you will, it's me. I'm Les Gutches. Yes. I know it'd be difficult being that good looking, that talented, sitting down to be across from me. But
yeah.
I want you to put a close on our conversation. We've been going over your qualifications now for 3 or 4 hours. The meeting is coming to a close. Finish with the big push and tell me why you believe in a couple hundred words or less, why you believe not only you're the best candidate for the job, but potentially the best possible coach we could hire for the future of Team USA Greco.
Well, I'm the baddest man on the planet, meaning one thing: I'm a winner. I know how to win. I'm not going to get this organization to a situation where we're in the finals anymore. We're going to win gold medals. The mindset and the mental strategy work and the goal setting, the things that I've perfected over my life, is something that I can hand over to our youth. All of the things that I've learned hand-on experience instead of on the side of the mat. The winning capabilities that I'm doing now. I'm not winning. I was not winning 10 years ago. I'm winning now. These are things that I can to portray over to the youth, the youth and my athletes very easy. I'm able to the inner workings of USA Wrestling is very easy for me to negotiate with all the coaches and all the WCAP organization and programming. I just believe the passion and the determination that I'll bring to this job will bring us back on top. The recruiting, the possibilities that I have with the recruiting and the young kids in this nation, I believe they're going to want to be behind me and going to want me to have push them into the next world and Olympic champs. So I just believe the confidence and the willpower I have to be able to take an organization like a Greco-Roman national team coach and be able to be back on top. It's something that's very, very close to my heart and very easy for me to do. So I believe I'm just the best applicant at this time for this job.
It's always good to talk to you, Joe Warren. In closing, I have a fight question for you, and I know we're not talking about fights, but if there was a favorite fight of yours, a fight that you just thought you were at the top of your game, what fight would it be? Looking back over your extensive career.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fights, but another reason why I'm a champion. I deal with adversity well, and it's been since they threw me into fighting in the deep end, and I had to fight my way out. And I believe the best fights I've had are my last few fights. The Travis Marks fight. I believe I was technically the best I was, the safest. Everything was working. Everything that I do in practice every day was coming along. That's my favorite fight. Some of the best fights I had were in Japan and with in those big arenas with 60,000 people in it. Those were a lot of fun to compete in those arenas. But I think my best technical fight and the best fighter that I was the last fight. And stay tuned. You'll see me do the same thing in 2 months.
Why are fighters generally, as a rule, afraid to drop down and go after your legs?
Yeah, well, it's a dangerous thing. That's why sometimes the Greco athletes are better than the freestyle athletes in mixed martial arts, just because when you're in a desperation situation, a freestyle guy will drop to his knees and attack the legs. A Greco guy will go into a clinch, where he's a little safer in a clinch than drop into his knees underneath the guy, where he can get punched or submitted.
Well, you've done a whole lot of punching and submitting. I tell you
Yeah.
what, that's one of the great things. And of course, we're going to be waiting to see how Team USA votes and judges from Ravenak on down to Les Gutches and all those making the decision, and to see if indeed the new head coach, part of his curriculum will include the reunification of the Army squad, the Marine squad, the Air Force squad, and all those independent athletes are coming in under that umbrella of Team USA Greco and unifying that team again. But Joe, I appreciate you taking the time today and joining us in this discussion as we hope for the best, surely, and I believe the best laid plans will assure a good outcome. We appreciate the time. Best to your family. Happy New Year, by the way, and we'll
Thank you
look
very
forward to
much.
seeing what the results will be out of Colorado Springs.